Welcome, wanderers of the dark and seekers of the unknown, to Whispers on the Asphalt, your go-to channel for spine-tingling tales and haunted histories. Here, we explore the eerie corners of the world where shadows stretch longer than they should and the hum of tires on pavement is often accompanied by whispers from beyond. Today, we embark on a chilling journey along some of the most haunted highways in the Pacific Northwest, a region renowned for its breathtaking landscapes, dense forests, and a rich tapestry of folklore that blurs the line between myth and reality. The Pacific Northwest, with its mist-shrouded mountains, winding coastal roads, and endless stretches of wilderness, has long been a breeding ground for ghostly legends and unexplained phenomena. These highways, carved through rugged terrain and steeped in history, are more than mere conduits for travel. They are corridors of mystery, where the past lingers like fog over a moonlit lake. From spectral hitchhikers to phantom vehicles, from cursed landmarks to blood-soaked stretches of asphalt, these roads hold secrets that defy explanation and challenge the boundaries of belief. In this two-part series, we will peel back the layers of the supernatural, revealing the haunting stories behind the region's most infamous routes. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, prepare to have your curiosity piqued and your courage tested as we delve into the unknown. So buckle up, keep your headlights on, and join us as we navigate the shadowy highways of the Pacific Northwest. Let the journey begin. The sinister allure of America's most haunted roads. There is something uniquely haunting about the open road. Stretching endlessly before us, it promises freedom, adventure, and discovery. But lurking beneath its asphalt surface are stories of tragedy, despair, and the supernatural. Across America, certain roads have earned a reputation not just for their scenic beauty or historical significance but for the chilling tales that surround them. These are places where the veil between this world and the next seems perilously thin, where the echoes of past horrors reverberate through time and space, leaving travelers unsettled long after they've passed by. From phantom hitchhikers to ghostly apparitions, from cursed landscapes to inexplicable phenomena, these haunted roads beckon the curious while instilling dread in the wary. Each one carries its own dark history, a tapestry woven with accidents, murders, suicides, and disappearances that defy explanation. Yet, what makes these roads truly terrifying isn't just the stories themselves. It's the way they seem alive, almost sentient, as if they conspire to draw unsuspecting drivers into their sinister embrace. As we embark on this journey through episode 1 of Most Haunted Roads in America, prepare yourself for an exploration of some of the nation's most infamous stretches of pavement. We'll delve deep into the legends, recount first-hand accounts from those who dared to travel these routes, and examine the evidence that suggests there may be more to these tales than mere folklore. Whether you're a skeptic seeking rational explanations or a believer eager to confront the unknown, these roads hold an undeniable allure, a magnetic pull that draws us closer even as our instincts scream to turn away. So buckle up, dear reader, and keep your headlights bright. The road ahead is fraught with mystery and menace, and you never know what, or who, you might encounter along the way. Let us begin our descent into the shadowy heart of America's most haunted highways, where every mile marker tells a story, and every turn could lead to terror. Route 666, the Devil's Highway. Few roads in America evoke as much dread, or as many legends, as Route 666, infamously dubbed the Devil's Highway. Spanning parts of Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado, this stretch of pavement has become synonymous with supernatural occurrences, earning its ominous nickname not only for its numerical alignment with the biblical number of the beast, but also for the sheer volume of eerie encounters reported over decades. While officially renamed U.S. Highway 491 in 2003 due to public outcry over its satanic connotations, locals still refer to it by its original moniker, and the dark reputation remains intact. One of the most pervasive legends tied to Route 666 involves sightings of a spectral figure known as the Black Shadow Man. Described as a towering, faceless entity cloaked entirely in darkness, this apparition is said to appear suddenly in the middle of the road, forcing drivers to swerve violently to avoid collision. Countless reports detail vehicles careening off the highway after encountering this malevolent presence, often resulting in fatal crashes. Survivors speak of an overwhelming sense of dread preceding the manifestation, accompanied by a sudden drop in temperature and the stench of sulfur filling the air. Some claim the shadow man emits a low, guttural growl before vanishing without a trace, leaving behind only skid marks and shattered nerves. Equally chilling are the tales of phantom livestock roaming the highway at night. Travelers report seeing cows, horses, and even goats materialize out of nowhere, their eyes glowing eerily in the glare of headlights. Attempts to slow down or stop result in the animals disappearing instantaneously, sometimes reappearing farther down the road moments later. Locals believe these spectral creatures serve as omens of impending doom, warning unwary motorists of danger ahead. One particularly harrowing account comes from a truck driver who swore he hit a horse-like creature head-on, only to find no damage to his vehicle and no body upon inspection, yet weeks later, he discovered hoofprints etched permanently into the hood of his rig. But perhaps the most disturbing phenomenon associated with Route 666 is the recurring reports of electronic malfunctions. Drivers traveling along this stretch frequently describe their car radios switching stations on their own, tuning into static-filled frequencies interspersed with faint whispers or demonic laughter. Cell phones lose signal unexpectedly, GPS devices glitch, and dashboard lights flicker erratically, plunging the cabin into disorienting darkness. In several documented cases, entire engines have shut down mid-drive, stranding occupants in remote areas where help is hours away. Those brave enough to step outside during such breakdowns often report hearing disembodied voices calling their names or feeling unseen hands tugging at their clothing. Paranormal investigators drawn to Route 666 have captured compelling evidence supporting its haunted status. Thermal imaging cameras reveal cold spots concentrated near specific sections of the road, particularly around sharp curves and isolated stretches flanked by dense forests. Electromagnetic field (EMF) detectors register significant spikes in activity, suggesting the presence of unexplained energy sources. Audio recordings collected during overnight vigils capture unsettling EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, including phrases like, "turn back," and "you shouldn't be here," spoken in distorted tones that send chills down the spine. Despite, or perhaps because of, its menacing reputation, Route 666 continues to attract thrill-seekers and paranormal enthusiasts alike. For some, the allure lies in testing their courage against the unknown. For others, it's the chance to document proof of the supernatural. Yet, regardless of motive, those who dare traverse this infamous highway must tread carefully. As countless tales attest, the Devil's Highway demands respect, and those who fail to heed its warnings may find themselves ensnared in its web of terror, forever lost within its shadowy embrace. Clinton Road, the ghostly gateway of New Jersey nestled deep within the wooded hills of West Milford, New Jersey, Clinton Road stands as one of America's most enigmatic and haunted thoroughfares. This narrow, winding stretch of asphalt cuts through a desolate landscape dotted with abandoned structures, murky reservoirs, and foreboding forests, a setting ripe for the macabre. Known locally as the Ghost Road, it has become a magnet for urban explorers, paranormal investigators, and curious thrill-seekers, all drawn by the promise of encountering the supernatural. Yet beneath its serene exterior lies a labyrinth of chilling legends and unexplained phenomena that have left even the bravest souls questioning their sanity. At the heart of Clinton Road's haunted lore is the tragic tale of the Boy Scout Bridge. According to local legend, a young boy drowned in the nearby Clinton Reservoir while attempting to retrieve his capsized canoe. His body was never recovered, and residents claim his restless spirit haunts the bridge that bears his memory. Visitors report seeing a translucent figure standing on the railing late at night, gazing mournfully into the water below. Some describe hearing faint cries for help emanating from the reservoir, only to discover no one present when they investigate. Others claim that tossing coins onto the bridge, a ritual said to summon the boy's ghost, results in eerie consequences. Coins reportedly vanish moments after being placed, accompanied by the sound of splashing water and the sensation of icy fingers brushing against their skin. Another prominent feature of Clinton Road's supernatural reputation is the so-called phantom truck driver. Witnesses describe a massive, decrepit tanker truck barreling down the narrow road at breakneck speeds, its headlights blazing despite the absence of any visible driver. Accounts vary, but most agree that the truck appears abruptly, often emerging from dense fog or around blind corners, forcing drivers to swerve dangerously to avoid collision. Strangely, attempts to follow the vehicle inevitably lead to dead ends or abandoned logging trails, leaving pursuers baffled and shaken. Skeptics dismiss these sightings as hoaxes or misidentifications, yet the consistency of descriptions and the sheer number of reports lend credence to the idea that something otherworldly prowls these woods. Adding to the road's sinister atmosphere is the presence of the Ku Klux Klan's historical influence in the area. During the early 20th century, Clinton Road served as a meeting ground for KKK members, who conducted clandestine rituals and cross burnings under cover of darkness. Locals whisper of shadowy figures clad in hooded robes patrolling the road at midnight, their torches casting flickering light across the trees. Modern-day visitors recount spotting strange symbols carved into tree trunks and boulders along the route, believed to be remnants of occult practices performed by the group. Paranormal investigators exploring the area have captured photographs of ghostly apparitions resembling robed figures, further fueling speculation about residual energies lingering from those dark days. Perhaps the most unsettling aspect of Clinton Road is its reputation as a hotspot for demonic activity. Stories abound of travelers experiencing bizarre and inexplicable events while traversing the road. Cars stall inexplicably, only to restart moments later without explanation. Compasses spin wildly, rendering navigation impossible. And then there are the whispers, soft, unintelligible murmurs that seem to come from everywhere and nowhere, growing louder and more insistent the longer one stays. Some claim these voices issue commands or taunts, urging them to leave immediately, or else. A particularly harrowing account comes from a couple who spent an hour stranded on Clinton Road after their vehicle broke down. They reported seeing red eyes glowing in the forest, accompanied by guttural growls and the distinct sensation of being watched. When rescuers finally arrived, both were pale and visibly shaken, refusing to speak of what had transpired. For those daring enough to venture onto Clinton Road, the experience is equal parts exhilaration and terror. Its isolation and eerie ambience create the perfect conditions for confronting the unknown, whether real or imagined. Yet, as countless tales attest, this ghostly gateway demands caution and respect. Those who enter its shadowy domain must be prepared to face whatever, or whoever, awaits them in the depths of its haunted woods. Bray Road, the beast of Elkhorn deep in the rolling countryside of Walworth County, Wisconsin, lies Bray Road, a seemingly innocuous stretch of rural asphalt that has become infamous for sightings of a cryptid known as the Beast of Bray Road. First reported in the late 1980s, this monstrous entity has sparked both fear and fascination among locals and paranormal enthusiasts alike. Described as a hybrid creature combining features of a human, a bear, and a wolf, the beast allegedly prowls the wooded areas surrounding the road, targeting unsuspecting travelers who venture too close to its lair. One of the earliest documented encounters occurred in 1989, when a young woman driving home from work claimed to see a large, hunched figure dart across the road in front of her car. Initially dismissing it as a stray animal, she became alarmed when the creature stood upright on two legs and stared directly at her through the windshield. Its eyes glowed with an unnatural intensity, and its elongated snout emitted a low, guttural growl. Terrified, she sped away, later describing the creature as having fur-covered arms ending in clawed hands and muscular legs reminiscent of a predator poised to pounce. Over the years, similar accounts have surfaced, painting a consistent picture of the beast's appearance and behavior. Witnesses describe it as standing between 6 and 7 feet tall, with matted brown or black fur covering its body. Its face is said to resemble a grotesque fusion of human and canine traits, complete with razor-sharp teeth and piercing yellow eyes. Many claim the creature moves with surprising speed and agility, capable of leaping great distances or scaling trees with ease. Some even allege it exhibits intelligence beyond that of a typical animal, strategically positioning itself to ambush passing vehicles or lure victims deeper into the woods. The beast's nocturnal habits add another layer of terror to its legend. Nighttime travelers along Bray Road report hearing blood-curdling howls echoing through the forest, followed by the sound of heavy footfalls pounding against the pavement. On several occasions, drivers have spotted glowing eyes reflecting in their headlights, only for the creature to vanish into the underbrush moments later. One particularly chilling incident involved a family who swore they saw the beast crouched atop their car while stopped at a deserted intersection. Despite frantic attempts to scare it away, the creature remained perched there, staring blankly at them until they fled the scene in panic. Local folklore attributes the beast's origins to Native American legends of shapeshifters or skinwalkers, malevolent spirits capable of assuming animal forms to prey on humans. Others speculate it may be a remnant of ancient megafauna thought to be extinct, somehow surviving undetected in the dense forests of Wisconsin. Still, skeptics argue the sightings can be explained by mistaken identity, suggesting witnesses confuse ordinary animals like bears or wolves for something more sinister under stressful conditions. However, the sheer volume and consistency of reports make it difficult to dismiss the possibility of something extraordinary lurking in the shadows. Paranormal investigators drawn to Bray Road have uncovered intriguing evidence supporting the existence of the beast. Thermal imaging cameras reveal heat signatures moving rapidly through the woods, often matching descriptions provided by eyewitnesses. Motion-activated trail cameras set up along the road have captured blurry images of a large, bipedal figure traversing the landscape at odd hours. Audio recordings reveal eerie vocalizations unlike anything produced by known wildlife, blending elements of growls, screams, and guttural moans into an unsettling symphony of sound. Despite, or perhaps because of, its fearsome reputation, Bray Road continues to attract curious visitors eager to catch a glimpse of the legendary creature. For some, the thrill lies in testing their courage against the unknown. For others, it's the chance to document definitive proof of the beast's existence. Yet, regardless of motive, those who dare traverse this haunted highway must proceed with caution. As countless tales attest, the beast of Bray Road is not merely a myth. It is a living nightmare waiting to strike. Aokigahara Forest, shadows beneath Mount Fuji. While technically located in Japan rather than America, Aokigahara Forest deserves mention in any discussion of haunted roads due to its global notoriety and profound impact on cultural perceptions of death and the supernatural. Nestled at the base of Mount Fuji, this sprawling woodland has earned grim distinctions as both a suicide hotspot and a realm steeped in paranormal activity. Often referred to as the Sea of Trees, Aokigahara's dense canopy and labyrinthine trails create an atmosphere of oppressive stillness, where sunlight barely penetrates and silence reigns supreme, except for the occasional rustle of leaves or distant cry carried by the wind. In contemporary times, Aokigahara has gained infamy as a site of self-inflicted tragedy. Since the 1950s, hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals have ventured into the forest intending never to return. Annual body counts conducted by authorities reveal a staggering number of suicides each year, predominantly hanging or drug overdoses. The prevalence of such incidents has imbued Aokigahara with a palpable sense of despair, evident in the numerous personal belongings scattered throughout the woods: shoes, wallets, letters of farewell, and even tents erected by those preparing for their final moments. Visitors report feeling an overwhelming heaviness pressing down on them, as though the weight of collective sorrow permeates every inch of the forest floor. Adding to the supernatural aura are frequent reports of compass malfunctions and GPS failures within Aokigahara. Magnetic anomalies caused by volcanic rock formations disrupt navigational devices, leaving hikers disoriented and vulnerable to becoming lost indefinitely. Locals warn outsiders against venturing too far without experienced guides, citing stories of tourists wandering aimlessly for days before being rescued, or never found at all. Encounters with spectral entities are commonplace among those brave, or foolhardy, enough to explore Aokigahara. Hikers describe seeing shadowy figures darting between trees, their forms indistinct yet unmistakably humanoid. Whispers echo through the quiet, sometimes audible as pleas for help or angry accusations. Campers recount waking up to find ghostly apparitions hovering above them, faces twisted in anguish or rage. Particularly chilling are the accounts of disembodied footsteps following closely behind, ceasing abruptly when confronted. One widely circulated story involves a group of students who spent a night in the forest and claimed to see a procession of ghostly figures marching silently through the trees. Despite, or perhaps because of, Its morbid reputation, Aokigahara attracts a steady stream of visitors, ranging from curious tourists to paranormal investigators. For some, the allure lies in confronting mortality head-on. For others, it's the prospect of documenting evidence of the supernatural. Yet, regardless of intent, those who enter Aokigahara must tread cautiously. Signs posted at entrance points urge visitors to reconsider their actions, offering contact information for suicide prevention hotlines. Rangers patrol regularly, searching for signs of distress or abandoned campsites indicative of potential trouble. Even so, the forest retains its power to swallow lives whole, leaving behind only unanswered questions and lingering dread. Aokigahara serves as a stark reminder of humanity's capacity for suffering and the enduring mysteries of the afterlife. Its haunted roads twist and turn unpredictably, mirroring the complexities of the human psyche. Whether viewed as a sacred burial ground, a portal to another dimension, or simply a place of profound sadness, the sea of trees continues to captivate imaginations worldwide, challenging us to confront our deepest fears and darkest impulses. Patterns across America's haunted roads. As we delve deeper into the haunted histories of America's most notorious roads, striking similarities emerge, weaving a thread of eerie consistency through their disparate tales. These patterns are not merely coincidental, rather, they underscore universal themes of human emotion, unresolved trauma, and the enduring power of memory. From the spectral figures haunting Clinton Road to the cryptid prowling Bray Road, these routes share a commonality that transcends geography and era, binding them together in a spectral sisterhood of sorrow and suspense. One recurring motif is the concept of liminality, the notion that these roads exist on thresholds between worlds. Whether it's the boundary between life and death, civilization and wilderness, or reality and the supernatural, haunted roads serve as conduits for forces that defy explanation. This theme resonates deeply in stories involving ghostly apparitions, such as the Boy Scout Bridge on Clinton Road or the phantom hitchhikers rumored to roam Route 666. Their presence suggests a blurring of dimensions, where the past refuses to remain silent and the dead reach out to communicate with the living. Another shared characteristic is the role of isolation in amplifying fear. Roads like Aokigahara Forest and Bray Road thrive on their remoteness, creating environments conducive to paranoia and dread. The lack of immediate help, coupled with limited visibility and unfamiliar surroundings, heightens vulnerability and strips away the comfort of familiarity. This psychological manipulation mirrors the emotional states of those whose tragedies gave rise to the hauntings. Individuals abandoned, lost, or hunted, left to grapple with their fate alone. It's no coincidence that many reported encounters occur in secluded areas, reinforcing the idea that isolation breeds terror. Lighting and sensory distortion also feature prominently in these narratives. Flickering headlights, sudden temperature drops, and inexplicable odors are staples of ghostly encounters, designed to disorient and unsettle. Such phenomena strip away the illusion of control, forcing travelers to confront the unknown. The use of auditory hallucinations, a recurring element in stories from Route 666 and Clinton Road, adds another layer of psychological tension, as disembodied voices or unexplained sounds disrupt the monotony of the journey. This interplay of light and shadow becomes a tool wielded by unseen forces, creating moments of visceral terror that linger long after the initial shock subsides. Finally, the prevalence of historical context cannot be overstated. Each road's haunting is deeply rooted in its unique past, shaped by the socio-cultural milieu of its time. The tragic drownings immortalized on Clinton Road contrast sharply with the cryptid legends etched into Bray Road, yet both narratives tap into broader archetypes of loss, survival, and transformation. By drawing on these universal motifs, these haunted roads transform from mere infrastructure into living repositories of collective memory, inviting us to peer into the abyss of our shared humanity. Thus, while each establishment boasts its own distinct flavor of fright, the underlying threads connecting them reveal a tapestry rich with meaning. These patterns remind us that the supernatural is not so much about the entities themselves but the stories they tell, the echoes of lives interrupted, passions extinguished, and truths obscured. As we continue to explore these haunted locales, we find ourselves grappling not only with the specters of the past but with the timeless questions they raise about existence, mortality, and everything in between. The enduring fascination with haunted roads. Why do haunted roads continue to captivate us? At their core, these spectral thoroughfares serve as conduits for our deepest fears and curiosities, offering a tantalizing glimpse into realms beyond comprehension. They embody the duality of human existence, our simultaneous yearning for connection and our dread of isolation. Within their asphalt veins, the past refuses to remain silent, speaking through creaking bridges, flickering lights, and disembodied whispers. These phenomena challenge our understanding of reality, forcing us to confront the uncomfortable truth that some mysteries may never be solved. Haunted roads also tap into our primal fascination with storytelling. Every ghostly encounter, every chilling rumor, contributes to a larger narrative that transcends individual experiences. Whether it's the tragic drownings immortalized on Clinton Road or the cryptid legends etched into Bray Road, these tales resonate because they reflect universal themes of loss, betrayal, and redemption. They remind us that history is not merely a sequence of dates and events but a living, breathing entity shaped by the emotions and actions of those who came before us. Moreover, these haunted locales provide a safe space to explore fear itself. In an era dominated by technology and predictability, the unknown holds a peculiar allure. Driving along a reputedly haunted road allows us to flirt with danger without genuine risk, indulging in adrenaline-fueled thrills while knowing we can retreat to the safety of daylight. This controlled exposure to terror satisfies our innate desire for adventure, making haunted roads a unique form of escapism. Ultimately, the enduring appeal of haunted roads lies in their ability to bridge worlds, past and present, living and dead, known and unknowable. They invite us to step outside the boundaries of logic and embrace the ineffable, reminding us that the line between fact and fiction, reality and imagination, is far thinner than we might believe. As long as humans seek to understand the mysteries of existence, haunted roads will remain beacons of intrigue, beckoning us to unlock their secrets, one trembling mile at a time. Dear reader, as we bring this journey through episode 1 of Most Haunted Roads in America to a close, I hope you felt the same spine-tingling allure that has drawn countless souls to these spectral sanctuaries. These stories are more than just campfire tales or urban legends. They are fragments of history, stitched together by human emotion, tragedy, and the unrelenting passage of time. Each mile marker, each whispered name, and each fleeting shadow serves as a reminder that the past is never truly gone. It lingers, waiting for someone brave enough to listen. But why stop here? If these accounts have stirred something within you, a spark of curiosity, a shiver of excitement, I urge you to take the next step. Drive one of these haunted roads yourself. Trace the same paths where spirits are said to roam, feel the chill of ghostly apparitions brushing against your senses, and let the unknown brush against your soul. Whether you're a skeptic seeking proof or a believer eager to commune with the other side, these roads offer an unparalleled opportunity to confront the mysteries that lie just beyond the veil. And when you return, share your story. Did you feel the icy touch of a ghostly hand? Hear the faint strains of music in an empty corridor? Or perhaps nothing happened at all, but isn't that silence just as intriguing? Your experiences add to the rich tapestry of lore surrounding these haunted roads, ensuring their legacies endure for generations to come. Until then, keep your headlights bright and your courage steady. The road ahead is fraught with mystery and menace, and you never know what, or who, you might encounter along the way. Let us begin our descent into the shadowy heart of America's most haunted highways, where every mile marker tells a story, and every turn could lead to terror.